Yo, welcome everybody. Welcome back to, as usual, Friday night nostalgic cash Scrims. Welcome everybody. If you are just now tuning in, welcome. If you've been here since I've been live, like 10 minutes ago, welcome. Welcome to everybody. If you're new or like overall or anything, welcome. Yeah, tonight is nostalgic cash games. Um, we have a pretty full lobby. I mean, we have zillionaires, exo elites, exo assassins, Seneca Peral, GodSent, Emperor, MANIC, Insidious Originals, Rain Esports, Greek Storm. Remember, Golden Eagles and Illegal Immigrants, Dope Academy, Next Element, Unholy Ones, Infinity Reapers, Fearless Four, Unholy Stars, Made in Nepal, Vikings Esports, and Sting Esports. That's a pretty packed lobby. I mean, we got some pretty good teams in here too. Dope Academy, Golden Eagles and Rain Esports, Next Element, Emperor, um, teams like that all in here. First game is going to be going into Go. We should be getting started here in just a second. Um, but with all being said, so I hope you guys do enjoy the stream. Wish the best of luck to everybody. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day and night. And yeah, wish the best of luck to everybody. We should be getting into the first game here now. So let's head on into Go. Let's see how game number one goes for everybody here. And yeah, best of luck. Like I've said, best of luck to everybody. Best of luck to a lot of these teams. Let's see who is going to be looking to be the most consistent team, the most dynamic, how do I put it? The most outstanding team, the most performing, everything like that. Let me check Discord real quick to see what is going on. Let's see how this goes. As well as there's another team, and that is gonna be Rage Bait there. So let's see how that goes. So yeah. As now we should be getting started here soon. Just wait on Rage Bait for just a sec to get into the room. Alright, now we're going to be getting into the first game here now. So let's see how this goes for everybody, how these teams are going to look to perform and how they want to try for that first place and everything like that. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Deco, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, Deco. Hey man, you gotta stop spamming me with those invites before I get into the room to stream, man. You be spamming me with those invites constantly there, Deco. Alrighty, guys, let's take a look at this first game. This first playing path here. As it starts just down below Milta Power, going up past shooting range there to the north side, passing up these big cities like Milta, School, Razak, Yasnaya, and the George Pole area there. And let's see how this goes for these teams and who is going to be the ones to look to start off strong and where the fights are going to be coming from. As we do have the likes of some teams landing close by one another. By the looks of it, we do have Dope Academy and Ragebait looking to land on top of one another here. So we might see them get into it, but we shall just have to wait and see for the time being. Just waiting for the action to start. I'm gonna head over here towards Lonely for the meantime, as he is over here next to LBWJ. But Greek and Unholy Stars starting us off already. Coop's gonna be eliminated there. Lonely looking to cook up some nades here to throw onto LBWJ. That's going to be some damage dealt to him. He's going to instantly get knocked there and commit to pushing onto that. But his teammate Naz, quick, going to be right here. Segna going to get the knock onto him, but Naz going to look for the thirst. Going to look to hold the stairs for the meantime, but going to hop out to play towards his teammates. Rain not too far away either, so they might look maybe third party. The likes of Ragebait already taking another knock. Nash just laying low here on the outside, getting healed up, waiting for these players. Gio gonna get knocked there as well. As now, LB Ninja gonna be the last one here. Gonna be looking to hold the stairs. Ninja on low HP there, as that is gonna be the likes of Dope Academy taking that one. We have the likes of Rain Esports here, not too far away. Ghosty looking to make his way down towards Dope Academy. As we are going to head over here towards Unholy Ones, as well as Emperor. Jojo already being knocked here. Now, we shall wait to see what the rest of Emperor look to do here, as they're looking to spread out all around. Fusion over here looking towards the likes of Kaz, running down. Assault gonna get knocked there by Code. Code's gonna get that knock there. Look to start helping out his teammates even more. Like Fusion being across the road, looking towards Kaz. Shifu not too far away from him either. 6 inside the 3 stack here. Jojo being DC'd already. As Kaz does get knocked by Fusion. Fusion looks for the thirst immediately. Now it's just down to Shifu and Little Fox. So we shall see how this goes. As 6 does get knocked, jumping out. Shifu's going to get that knock. Jojo going to bleed out completely. Now just down to Code and Fusion here. QBZ and Uzi in the bag. Fusion with the M4 and Tommy gun. Fusion's going to look to try and smoke across here. As the Little Fox isn't too far away. Little Fox on the hillside there. As Fusion does spot him. Taking some shots. Connecting there. But Code's going to look for that reset. As Fusion's going to have to try and cover. But we shall wait and see. Shifu on the roadside right now. Is Fusion going to be able to try and spot him out? He could possibly do so if he moved out a little more to the right. But Shifu more than likely going to hear him. Assault looking to be rezzed. They need to try to get this knock onto Shifu. Shifu running down completely. As 6 is going to look to he'll up after being tagged up by Shifu here. Shall see how this looks to go. How these players look to turn things around. As Emperor gonna be just a trio as well as Unholy. Especially after getting the reset onto Assault. Fusion gonna be that little off angle for his teammates. So he does need to be a little careful not to get knocked. Or not to let his teammates get knocked. 6 is going to get knocked immediately there. Peeking a little too much. Code's going to look to go for that revive. As Emperor are looking to push up here. Only smokes. No nades in the back of Little Fox. Little Fox getting tagged up there. Code's going to look for that reset. Assault. Helmet's almost destroyed. Shifu, no nades in his back here. As they're slowly going to get this reset. Fusion's going to continue playing on that backside here. And Shifu's going to look to try and cross. Fusion's going to look, start taking those shots, get the tag up onto Shifu there. Needs to be careful on his peaks here for the meantime. Molly's coming through, but not doing any damage there completely. As Emperor slowly trying to push up here. Emperor trying to make something happen here. Pushing up through the smoke. They have S12Ks. 6 and Code. Gonna look to try and hold stairs. Code gonna hold the top roof stairs for now. Nades coming out as well as stuns. They're gonna look to try play roof side. They get some help from their teammate Fusion making it across, trying to help out. They pick up a knock onto Shifu as well as Assault. 6 gets knocked as well. Fusion looking to help out here now. 1v2. Fusion gonna get knocked there immediately. Now a 1v1 situation here. Who is gonna take it? As Code, Uzi in hand. Gonna look to wait it out for Fox. Try and push up. Fox getting tagged up a lot there. Zillionaires and the likes of EXO taking a fight. Little Fox low on HP. Code gonna look to try and make a push up. So nothing happened just yet. Stun going out there. He's aware of Little Fox setting by the window. Making sure he pre-fires before trying to push. Just in case if he tries to push down, something like that. As he does spot him. Little Fox trying to jump off and jumping back onto the roof. So that is going to be Emperor eliminated. GodSent over here in La Polka looking to take a fight with Seneca Peral here. Both of them have traded off on elimination. But the likes of GodSent needing to pick up Diddy as well as XO Assassins getting into a fight as well. Let's head on up that way towards Zohnny. Real is knocked. Misfit and down to Fugazi and Hot Drop as well. Taking a fight in Zohnny with Fearless 4. Fearless 4 picking up elimination. I no really clue who they picked up an elimination on. Both of these teams have an elimination. Real looking to try to be revived, but Fearless 4 want this fight. They want the eliminations for further. As Real gonna bleed out there. Fearless 4 pick up their second elimination. Illegal immigrants just down to a duo now, vodka and tequila. Last two Exo Elites did lose Toji as well here, but they're still a 3-man. GodSent, a duo now, still in La Polka with Seneca Peral. Seneca Peral moving around, as well as Babyface over here, looking for a different angle for the meantime, waiting it out to see if they look to try and move out to the right in the open, right in front of them, so they can try and pick up some more eliminations. As now the likes of Fearless 4 and Sting looking to get into it. Vikings Esports also looking to take the fight with Sting right now, as Genis does get thirsted there. Ellie, welcome to the stream. As Raha low on HP, looking to heal up right now. Vikings Esports looking to drive away as well. Chua gonna stop onto the side. Now Raha's gonna look to rotate towards that way. As now Fearless 4 and Steen continuing on their fight. Nexus gets thirsted out there. Raha's gonna pass by the likes of Sandy Sir. Sandy Sir gonna keep driving around, spotting them out, as that is also going to be them taking some shots at Raha. Raha trying to knock the spin out, as his buggy is getting shot at there. But the likes of Sandy Sir is going to look to regroup with his teammates. As Vikings Esports are still down there behind them, but there's also the likes of Sting not too far. Action, I don't believe this is the slot he's supposed to be in. Possibly. As I do believe his team may have been eliminated. No, they're still up and alive here. XNS, Ellie, Zeus, and Coops. Zeus and Coops are being eliminated, just down to Ellie and XNS or Star. So let's see how this looks to go for them. As Fearless 4 looking for that last elimination onto Vikings Esports. That is going to be Chow here. Chow needs to be careful being pushed up on by the cover fire. Adi down. Pushing up, AK in hand, but Chow's going to get that knock. Looking for the thirst, but that is going to be Viper saving his teammate from being thirsted there. And now they're going to look for that reset. The zone coming in here. We shall wait and see how this goes. We have the likes of Next Element, as well as Sin here for GodSent, as well as Vil not too far away here, as Golden Eagles in A looking to get into a fight. Let's head on over, or let's stay here as Next Element trying to make the push up here onto the likes of GodSent. Sin's gonna jump out the building there. Sin's gonna get knocked though. Now it's just down to Vil. Vil in the grass in the backside. Jade's gonna look that side. They do spot the likes of Vil taking those shots now. They're gonna be aware of Vil being in the grass. Jade might be able to take those shots. They do see them, but the nade's gonna land on them completely, as that's going to be Vil getting eliminated by Remember. Golden Eagles taking those shots towards Remember, though. So they're going to have to be a little careful here. Glider being used right now. Tequila jumping out. Using the parachute. When was that added? As they do pick up that knock on Tavaka. Remember, do pick up their teammates. Now they're Golden Eagles trying to take some shots and get that thirst and another knock possibly, as Insidious, Originals, and Fearless 4 continuing on. X and S over here trying to stay alive, as EXO, Elites, and Dope Academy trying to pick them off, picking up eliminations, as EXO Elite picked apart the likes of Dope Academy, picking off 2 of them. Now Dope Academy just down to a solo, as now Fearless 4 continuing on their fight with Insidious, Originals. Chopra being knocked just down to Assaulter and Phoenix. Phoenix with the pump. Gonna pick up a knock onto Sandy, sir. As Addy Dam up close here with the DBS. Gonna get the thirst onto Phoenix. Assaulter being the last one, as Addy Dam does eat that shotgun to the face. Drizzy gonna look to try to get the revive. Sting and Infinity Reapers get into a fight. Assaulter looking to play aggressive here right now. Trying to push up, trying to finish off Fearless 4. That is going to be Fearless 4 eliminated, as he's going to look to get that revive onto Chopra now. As now Golden Eagles here looking to try to hold off the likes of Remember and Dope, trying to make their way in towards this way. That is going to be Dope Academy eliminated there. We have a few teams here. Legal Immigrants still alive, especially after being in the glider. Just Tequila and Vodka just waiting for the zone to push them in and let everybody else make their way in first. Next element in almost nearly center, holding out. Instead of taking the warehouse there, holding out, holding the small building and the shed on the side. Gonna wait for zone, as Infinity Reapers right behind EXO Elites here. EXO Elites might look to maybe take the fight towards them if they are aware of them being behind them. But we shall wait and see how this goes. Infinity Reapers have 3 eliminations. Gonna look to start moving down towards the way of EXO Elites. Don't know if EXO Elites have heard the cars just yet, but they are going to hear those shots, as Tags is going to start getting tagged up there. But Nova's going to start looking behind, looking towards the hill, seeing where those shots are coming from. See if he can get an open and knock or so to maybe possibly start something happening here to get some eliminations. As Remember and Golden Eagles and A starting the 5-star, trying to avoid nades right now. Now needing to heal up here. Zone does pop here, as you do see next element still being in the zone. Seneca Peral gonna take their compound. Remember gonna lose their players there, as now it's just down to remnant innocence here. So let's see how this goes for them, as DYZ here looking around. Smoke's being popped out there. Gonna start giving away the position of the last member of Remember, as he starts throwing some nades. Gonna look to throw some smokes out as well, as that is going to be Remember eliminated. Infinity Reapers and Made in Nepal getting into it here. Code being careful over there, as they are getting a little close here towards Infinity Reapers. Deco here taking some DBS shots. Need to be careful. Shanks is looking to close in onto him here, as mollies are being thrown towards his way as well. He has a nade in back, looking to take some shots. That's going to be Deco getting knocked and being burnt to crisp there, as Made in Nepal are just down to Zane. Zane a little bit away, going to be on the hill, but that's going to be Infinity Reapers taking them out, EXO Elites now going to look to start making their way out as well. Might look towards the likes of Infinity Reapers. By the looks of it, Nova is looking to scout it out. MANIC and the likes of EXO Assassins getting into it. Misfit going to get eliminated there. The EXO Assassins now just down to a duo. Not in the very best position either, because MANIC are looking for these eliminations. They aren't willing to let EXO Assassins get away. As we wait to see if this fight continues to go on, or if they look to make their way further in the zone up ahead. But we shall wait and see for the meantime. So let's see how this goes, as now they're going to start making their way in. EXO Elite's going to be eliminated there by the likes of Infinity Reapers. Now down to our top 10. Infinity Reapers, 10 eliminations to their name. Illegal Immigrants not too far here. Might look to start taking some shots. That's going to be Vodka there. As now Tequila going to join in. As Jack is 1 HP. They're going to look for that thirst immediately. Infinity Reapers looking to close down. Code not too far. Looking to join in here. Knight 1 HP. As Code now going to look to maybe move on in or continue on third party in this fight from Infinity Reapers. But we shall wait and see. He's looking around, seeing what's in zone here, what he could possibly play. He's going to look to maybe take that shed. Next element taking out a team there as well. He does hear the car behind him. He's going to look to start pre-nading just in case illegal immigrants pull up onto him. Illegal Immigrants, just a duo. Code, just a solo for Unholy Ones. Picking up a 3-piece onto Emperor. So let's see how this goes here. As he does hear the cars just down below. That is going to be the likes of Next Element. Taking the dip down here. Golden Eagles losing a player there. Golden Eagles going to be eliminated by Zillionaires and Insidious 7. The duo. Zillionaires looking to make the push up. Picking up these eliminations as well. Useless. Not being so useless. Being really useful actually. As now Vodka going to get knocked there. Just down to Tequila in a 1v1 situation with the A's. As the rest of Seneca Peral looking to make a push up here. Nades being thrown towards Tequila right now. As that is going to be illegal immigrants eliminated. As we're now down into the top 5. Seneca Peral gonna look to throw some smokes out so they can loot up. Infinity Reapers might look to start making their way in here. As Zone is gonna start pushing them in. They might run into the likes of Next Element. Next Element. Here are the cars. Gonna start taking some shots. Jay gets ran over there. Prayer gets knocked. Those Shanks looking to push up onto Too Rare. Too Rare has to win that 1v1. As Shanks does get blown up. Now it's just down to the likes of this last player of Next Element. Code pushing out. Taking the shed here for his team. Cronin behind the car. Gonna get behind the shed. Zillionaires looking towards his way. Gonna look to heal up now. Zillionaires being blessed with the zone as well as Seneca Pearl. Gonna look start take some shots towards Zillionaires. Zillionaires looking to make a push up here. Nade's gonna start coming in towards this way. As that one may land right in. As that does eliminate Code there. Now we're down to our top 3. Zillionaires with 11 eliminations here. Plenty more to go. As Seneca Pearl looking towards their way. Not letting them breathe for the sec here. So we shall see how this goes. They're looking to chime in onto Zillionaires. They want the eliminations. But they're going to have to make a move here as they are split. Punk is elsewhere. Next Element not too far away here either. So we shall be careful as Next Element going to get knocked there. But that's going to be Punk behind them. They're going to now be aware of Punk. They don't really have any cars besides the smoking ones. I hope they have a tool to be able to fix up the cars. Seneca Pearl are looking to make a push-up. That's going to be Babyface And Hayes looking to do so as Punk is looking to try to maybe third party and shoot next element in the backside. Hayes looking to cook up some nades here. Jade going to get knocked there by Divine. Hayes looking to cook up these nades to try and throw onto Zillionaires. Needs to be careful as Mix is on that backside. That nade's going to look to get closer there as Hayes doing a lot of damage. But Babyface going to get knocked there. Hayes going to look to try and keep his teammate alive. He has no more nades. Punk looking to make a push-up. Next element still alive as well. Too Rare trying to keep his team alive here. Babyface going to get thirsted there by Mix. Too Rare going to look to take the 1v1 here. M4 in hand, gonna look to push up to get that thirst immediately here. As Punk is taking some shots towards that way. Punk, I really don't think that was the best decision, as now you are the last one to your team. He could have helped you out, possibly pick up this win, but Zillionaires are looking to win it all for the first game. 15 eliminations here if they get this last one, as that is gonna be Zillionaires taking this taking this first win here. So, Zillionaires taking the very first game with 15 eliminations, a pretty good start. So, Seneca Peral taking second place there. They possibly could have taken the win if they let Too Rare possibly help them out, taking out Zillionaires there. But Punk looking towards Too Rare, getting him eliminated and taking that top two. But they do pick up 7 eliminations. Next element taken third with 4. Unholy Ones taken fourth with 4 eliminations. Infinity Reapers taken fifth with 10. Illegal Immigrants taken 6th with 1. Insidious Originals taken 7th with 6. Golden Eagles and A taken 8th with 5. But Exo Assassins missing out on that top 8, missing on that placement point with 1 elimination. Let's take a look at the rest of the results here. Let's continue on here. As we do get to the bottom here, first team eliminated is going to be Ragebait. Ragebait going out with 1 elimination to their name. Let's take a look at stars of the match as Pure going all out. 6 eliminations, example or code with best companion, and then Useless with the finisher. Useless not being so useless, being very useful. Not living up to his name, I'd say. But, hey, Zillionaires taking the very first game. So let's see what they could do with the next few games that are up, as Miramar is next. As now we are going to be right back. We should have live results, so do stay tuned for that. But with that being said, we are going to be right back, so do stay tuned for that. Alrighty, guys. Here are first game results. As you've seen, game number 1, Zillionaires taking it. 25 points so far. Seneca Peral taking second with 13. Infinity Reapers taking third with 13. Next Element taking fourth with 9. Unholy Ones taking fifth with 8. Insidious Originals taking sixth with 7. Golden Eagles and A taking seventh with 6. Fearless 4 taking 8th with 6 as well. So as you can see, the point difference here between all these teams, not as big as you would think, not a very big gap, but I mean, like, first to 8th, yeah, it's gonna be like a whole game, a whole good game. But hey, shall wait and see how Zillionaires stay consistent, or are they just gonna start just going downhill after that first good game? But with that being said, we are going to be getting to the next game here pretty soon, so do stay tuned for that, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, everybody, we are going to be getting into game number 2 here now, as we are going to be getting into Miramar. So let's see how these teams are going to react to Zillionaires, or let's see how Zillionaires is going to react to these teams, looking to change things, looking to change the pace of the leaderboard and everything after they won that first game. So let's see how this goes and what teams are looking to change it. I mean, Seneca Pearl and Infinity Reapers, they get 12 points. They can tie it as long as Zillionaires don't have any, they don't have a good game. They don't, they can still pass them up and everything. So let's see how this game goes, how Zillionaires look to play it out, and just overall how these other teams look to do as well. So yeah, let's head on over to Zillionaires since they won the first game. Oh wait, we were already on them. Let's head over to useless. He was being very useful last game, so not really living up to that useless name. I say that as a joke, you guys. So don't be think I'm calling him useless or nothing, guys. I'm just, You know, trying to make jokes with this names and whatnot. Alright, let's take a look at the plane path. Gonna be starting just down below Impala there. Passing through Las Leones, Chumacer, being Vel, Lamar, as well as the plane does end on that side, on the west side there. So let's see how that looks to go for these teams and players and where they look to drop, because the plane path not being very too nice to these teams, especially if their drop is up north. I mean, being more of a southern plane path across, you're not going to be able to get to places like El Pozo, La Caberia, Cruz Lavel, San Martin, Alhazar, Campo Miltar, all those areas. So we shall see how these teams look to change that and where they look to go. So let's see how this goes and where these teams look to go and where the fights look to happen. So we do have a couple teams in Impala, as that is going to be Dope Academy and Mead in Nepal. Dope Academy already picking up the first elimination. Lonely going to get knocked there. They are just a trio, so they are going to have to capitalize on getting these knocks and thirst and revives onto their fallen teammates. So Hate going to be looking to be revived. Guling looking to hold off the duo up above. Zoro in the backside, so really don't have to worry about too much. As Playboy Sway does get tagged up there. Crucial and Code getting into a fight, looking to take a fight, and Ballet the Mar here. Jojo gonna get knocked as well. Fusion has no gun here. Gonna look to pick up the sawed off as well as a UMP. Fusion needs to be careful. Fusion already getting tagged up there. Crucial looking to make the push up here. Fusion here trying to hold off against Crucial. Crucial gets the knock. Now just down to 6. Nova looking to make the push up onto 6 here right now. Lucy and an MK12. Unholy Ones already losing their players. 6 trying to hold up above with a Vector and a Mutant. As the rest of EXO Elites trying to make a push up here, trying to join in to help take out this last player from Unholy Ones. As Nova pushes up, Nova does get knocked by 6. Toji here with the star. 6 trying to get that thirst there, but the rest of EXO trying to make a push here. Crucial and Toji both here. Crucial with the pump, as Crucial never fails with the pump there. Crucial with the 1v4 actually there onto Unholy Ones. As that is going to be them. Dope continuing on to their fight as well. So let's head on over to Impala. Just down to Playboy Sway and Mr. Zoro. Playboy Sway picks up a knock onto Guling and Hate. Now just down to Lonely here. Lonely looking for these players here as Zane is still knocked onto the wall. AK in hand. He's going to hear those footsteps getting close by. That's going to be Mr. Zoro there. Mr. Zoro trying to get close here. Playboy Sway being on the roof. So we shall see how this looks to go. Pump in hand as well as an AK. Zane looking to be revived. Playboy Sway holding off. Zane looking to be revived. Zoro trying to get that reset. As they do get that revive, they picks up the knock there. Zane needs to be careful here. As Zane gets knocked as well. Lonely doing this all by himself right now. As now it's just down to Playboy Sway. As that is going to be made in Nepal, winning that one. As Sting looking to take a fight as well. That is going to be the likes of... Let's take a look here. Illegal Immigrants. Just down to Pico and Tequila. Tequila gonna get knocked and thirsted. Now just down to the likes of Pico here. Pico already low on HP as well, so needs to be a little careful here. as Golden Eagles and Zillionaires getting into a fight. Where is that at? Towards Picado here. So let's see how this goes here. Out on the compounds, Vikings Esports taking a fight with GodSent. Now just down to Genis. That's automatic. Is not going to get thirsted there. 2 eliminations of Vikings back so far. As that is going to be illegal immigrants eliminated. Baby Oil just right there with Vilsen up on the hill. Molly going to come out. GodSent. Baby Oil getting hit up by that Molly as well. As Baby Oil needs to be careful. Genis going to avoid the nades. Shall see how this goes. Looking to try to get on the roof here. As EXO, Assassins, and Insidious Originals getting into it here. Misfit gonna get knocked. Now just down to Real, Hot Drop, and Fugazi. Hot Drop looking to get the revive on to Misfit. Golden Eagles continuing on their fight with the likes of Zillionaires. QB already picking up another knock there. Needs to be careful getting tagged up. Really low on HP. Fear over here trying to find another knock after getting that thirst onto the knocked player there. Og in hand. 3x on the Og. QB on the backside. The rest of Golden Eagles in Picado right now. Just dilly-dallying after. As Insidious Originals do take a knock there. That's going to be Hot Drop. Getting the knock there on Assaulter. Misfit gets picked up. Chopra on the roof here looking to cook up a nade. But that nade bouncing off the windowsill. Not doing anything. Vikings Esports. Genis doing this all by themselves right now. Picking off Baby Oil and Vil. Now just down to Sin. Sin's the last one up here. But we shall wait and see what happens as they are looking to make a push down here onto Genis. Genis looking to heal up here. Using some bandages and it's going to look to use some boosters here. It's going to start here and Sin here soon. So now they're going to start to look to boost up here. Painkillers and energy drinks. Get healed up as much as possible, Genis. You are going to need it for this 1v1 to have the advantage as the likes of EXO continuing on their fights. As Gazi going outside. Assaulter spotting him off. Going to look for the thirst immediately. Now just down to Real for EXO Assassins. EXO Assassins falling apart left and right. Real trying to push up, but that's going to be Insidious 7 taking them out completely there. Winning the Hot Drop. Now let's head over here towards Golden Eagles and the likes of Zillionaires. Zillionaires losing 2 players. Star spotting Useless there. Useless not doing very much. Trying to get thirsted there now. Next element not too far away. QB's going to have to be careful over here. Possibly spot the likes of next element. Now he's going to look to start making his way down as Zillionaires looking to make the push up. Fear trying to find the other angle there onto the no name. He does spot him on the wall. Waiting it out for the meantime as Star looking to make the push up. Their nades going out. Star going to get knocked to the nade as well. Next element might be aware of that and start pushing up. But they are just a trio. But they could pick up a knock from the backside. Root Bear going to get knocked. As where is Root Bear? Genis here still holding off Sins for now. Sins on the roof. Root Bear gonna get thirsty. Smokes coming out here from Genis. Trying to place with Sin's head here. Using the smokes. Making it seem like it's a nade or something. To make him move out of the cover. But we shall wait and see how that goes. as he's looking to take the 1v1 here. Full HP now. Genis does start getting tagged up here. Gonna switch to the M4. Gonna look to reload his UMP. Gonna look to use this container as Sting and Ragebait continuing on the fight. He's gonna look to use the smoke. Pre-fired Sin and eliminate him there. As now let's head over here towards Ragebait and Sting. Geo being knocked already. Gonna get thirsted by a nade. As Sting looking for the angles here onto Ragebait. As Ragebait now just down to Ninja and 33 trying to get out of there. As Raha on the hill, possibly going to start taking some shots towards him. Ninja taking shots towards Raha though. As that is Sting up to 6 eliminations here. Next element, lose a player to Unholy Stars. So let's see how this goes. Top 16. Zone going to be closing in here in the next minute. So let's see how this looks to go. Let's see how this goes. Zeus hopping onto the windowsill for now. Looking around, Genis rotating by. They spot Genis, maybe waiting for them to jump out. Star looking to pick up a knock onto Remember taking a second knock there, as that is going to be Remember completely wiped out, and that's going to be Star getting those eliminations as they do. As they do spot off the likes of Emperor, Kaz gonna look to maybe go regroup with his teammate after they picked up a knock onto Ninja there. That's 33 moving down that way. We do have Infinity Reapers and the likes of Insidious Originals looking to take a fight here. Insidious Originals looking to make a push up here now onto the likes of Infinity Reapers now. So let's see how this turns out now. Slowly pushing up here. Knight gonna get knocked there. Jack just pre-firing the M249. Shanks is also gonna get knocked. Salter knocked. Nade's coming out. Phoenix needs to be careful. Phoenix. Nade going past his head. Manic and Exo Elites taking a fight as well. Phoenix pushing up with the nades. Jack gonna get knocked as well. As Pure looking to be getting the reset there onto Knight, but Phoenix hopping down, jumping a little too much there, and that's what it's gonna make you fall down completely as they look to heal up. Phoenix is gonna look to get the wrap around as Deadly player gets revived. Chopra take another angle here. Phoenix continuing trying to push up. Stun's gonna look to come out here from Chopra. Chopra looking to make a push up here. Deadly player gonna get knocked there. Knight getting knocked in return. Pure pushing up onto Phoenix, but that is gonna be Chopra coming from the backside, getting the eliminations as Exo Elites here now down to just a solo, as that is gonna be Nova, but that's gonna be Manic taking them out, picking up 4 eliminations onto them, as the zone is gonna completely close down here for this zone and head on to zone number 3 here in just a sec. So let's see how this goes. As Emperor and Golden Eagles being favored with the zone over here towards this little crater area, as Labadita is still in zone, as well as Picado and Graveyard. So we shall see how this goes. Golden Eagles, are you going to look to the fight with Emperor? By the looks of it, they are looking to do so. Looking maybe for that open and knock to try and make the push happen. But we shall wait and see for now. As Kaz on the hill there, being a little hill glitch to Fear. Fear's going to look to hop in the bus to now start making a rotation. As Fear's looking to cook up a stun to throw. As Genis does push down, but Kaz is going to get that elimination. Fear looking towards Kaz once again. Fearless 4 and Insidious 7 taking a fight with one another. Insidious Originals taking a knock there. That's going to be a Salter being knocked. Fearless 4 going to pick up another knock there. As Golden Eagles are also looking towards their way. Adi Dam looking to cook up some nades here to throw towards Chopper's way. Trying to do some damage to maybe pick up another knock. As Dead Players looking for that revive onto Phoenix. Viper making the push-ups. Gonna hear the car there. As Insidious Originals looking to move out of there now. As Assaulter does get thirsted by the Sandstorm. Player needs to be careful, needs to heal up. Sandstorm saving their lives so far. So let's see how this goes. As now they're looking to take the shots. As Phoenix does get knocked in. Now they're looking towards Chopper and Deadly Player. They get the knock onto Chopper. Now looking towards Deadly Player. Deadly Player gonna spin out. That's more than likely gonna be Insidious 7 taking out the likes of Fearless 4 taking out the likes of Insidious 7. Now Emperor's taking the fight as well here. Ghosty and Fred's last two up here for Rain Esports. Little Fox is gonna get thirsty there as Dies here looking towards the likes of Fearless 4 as well as Fred's. Fred's taking some shots here from Gold Star as he looks to regroup with his teammate Ghosty there. But Emperor already looking down towards their way as Ghosty gets naded. Fred's low on HP. Emperor's gonna look to push up. Kaz, by the looks of it, cooking up a molly. Or nade, I mean, not a molly. The throw onto Fred's. That one goes through. He gets the knock onto his own teammate. And now needing to heal up as well. Shifu, you need to be a little more careful here. Going in front of your teammates just going to cause you to die. Fred's low on HP. As that's going to be Emperor's eliminated. Golden Eagles looking to make a crash down here now. Possibly look to get this free elimination onto Fred's. Gonna look to start nading into the long building. Made in the Nepal, not too far. QB's gonna look to get that other angle here. As now they're aware, but Playboy Sway being more down, getting the angle onto Fear. Fear playing too wide in the open, especially here in the shots from Made in the Nepal. Just leaving himself exposed to Playboy Sway. Golden Eagles, this might just be the end for y'all, especially since y'all need to make y'all's way in. And Kubi being the only one into the zone. It's going to have to be the one to try to pick up a knock or two onto Made in the ball. As y'all try to deal with Fred's there. As now QB looking to hop in his car. Looking to move up a little more here. Trying to maybe find another angle. Trying to get up the hill here for the meantime. QB making his way up. Now Golden Eagles looking to make the push up onto Fred's here. He's coming out. Star spotting Fred's out there. Fred's low on HP. And Star's going to pick up that elimination onto him. 11 eliminations here for Golden Eagles in a QB. Taking some shots from the backside. That's going to be the likes of Seneca Peral. Seneca Peral being able to still see you there, QB. Now the likes of Seneca Pearl is going to look to start moving up that way towards him. QB going to get thirsted there by Playboy Sway. Now Made in the Nepal going to look to move around Playboy Sway on the other side. Sting and Next Element taking a fight with one another. Now just down to reverse. But that's going to be Raha picking up that eliminations. 8 eliminations towards Sting. As now the zone is moving in. Golden Eagles in A. Gonna need to look to find a way in. As well as Seneca Peral. Having the likes of Made in Nepal not too far up. Playboy Sway also right in front of Golden Eagles in A here. The duo might have to move in here into Playboy Sway's star. Already being aware of Playboy Sway still being here. Playboy Sway spotted him though. Gonna pick up that elimination. Catching him lacking there. Having the nade out. Gotta be a little more aware there. As now Playboy Sway taking some shots there from Fearless 4. Fearless 4 taking some shots there. Does get eliminated there to the play zone now. Golden Eagles in A eliminated there in the 7th place. As Unholy Stars now taking blue zone damage just down to the likes of Coops here in action, slowly making their way into the zone. As the zone's not too far up ahead of them, but they do need to be careful. Coops is going to get knocked. Action's going to look to continue on for his team, getting outside of the blue zone. Playboy Sway still on that top side. As now Action's going to look to heal up, looking to start moving in. Made and the Paul watching their backside. Zane low on HP. Viper going to get a knock onto Zoro. Zoro in a crucial position for the likes of Seneca Pearl here. Because that divot going to be looking to be contested by them. As Fearless 4 looking all around, being on edge of zone. Seneca Pearl holding a pretty good spot as well in their little crevice here. Zane going to be spotted there. Action going to get a knock there onto Punk. Zane looking to throw some nades towards Fury here, as well as some mollies being thrown as well. Fury going to look to move backwards here, as they do still need to be careful of Action. Hayes getting tagged up completely there. Zane looking to be revived, as Playboy Sway trying to make his way up. Action needs to be careful here, making his way right into the players. Gonna look to get a run over there onto Fury. Jump out of the car and get himself killed completely. You could have just kept going there instead of just jumping out in the car. Getting yourself killed. Now Made in the Paul gonna look to start throwing some nades towards Seneca Pearl, as these nades are gonna start doing some damage possibly if they get any closer. Zoro, no more nades. They're gonna hear Seneca Pearl moving up a little closer there, as nades start to continue coming out. Not gonna do nothing though. Playboy Sway needs to get a little closer, as Fearless 4 looking towards MANIC now, as MANIC and Sting continuing their fight, as that is going to be Sting taking them out. Sting up to 11 eliminations once again. I believe it was Sting last game as well, having 11 eliminations, or 10 eliminations anyways. Fearless 4 in the top 4 here now. Made in the Paul and Seneca Pearl still right next to one another. Natty Dam still being able to take some shots onto Mr. Zoro. Seneca Pearl do take a knock there. Zane gonna look to make a push up here. Zane gonna get knocked instantly there by Fury, as the rest of Made in Nepal gonna just be left out to Playboy Sway, throwing some nades onto Hayes here, as the likes of Sting looking to make a push up here as well. That is gonna be Raha here, getting a knock and thirst onto Punk. Gonna get knocked in return though, as Seneca Pearl gonna be looking to move towards their way instantly, especially after that knock. But the rest of Sting are incoming here to save their teammates. Nexus gonna look to pull out the nade. Babyface gonna get knocked there, as Playboy Sway getting eliminated there. Now in the top 3 situation, Nexus cooking up a nade, gonna look to pick up a knock with that one. Now just down to Fury, as they're looking to get the reset onto their teammate. More nades coming out here as that one's not going to connect, but that's going to be Seneca Peral eliminated as Raha's looking to be revived. Smoke's starting to come out. Ace on a different angle here for his team. Gonna spot Viper there. Giving Fearless for the information that team is a little split up here. But Ace needs to be careful not to peek out a little too much, because not everybody is too split up. Viper standing on a hay bale there. Sandy Sir looking to move out now. Adidam moving out. Adidam getting tagged up. I think that is Ace there taking those shots towards Viper. As Fearless 4, all of them are getting taken down to 1 HP. Now just down to Drizzy being with the most HP for now, as the rest of them are healing up, trying to get more closer towards the full HP, as Sting looking to hold the bottom side of zone, as well as holding a split towards the top side and the bottom side, trying to find a knock. That's Fearless 4 trying to move in, but Nades and Molly's coming out from Sting. As now Sting continuing trying to spread out towards the bottom side of the zone. As zone 8 does pop. Viper gonna get knocked there by the likes of Ace. Adidam being knocked as well. Now just down to Sandy Sir and Drizzy. Now down to a 4v2. Fearless 4 versus Sting. Sting looking to do the most right now, picking up the eliminations, as that's going to be Sting taking the game. As Sting taking game number 2 here. Picking up 18 eliminations. Fearless 4 taking second place with 5 eliminations. Seneca Pearl taking third with 4. Maiden Nepal taking fourth with 6. MANIC taking fifth with 4. Unholy Stars taking sixth with 1. Golden Eagles NA taking seventh with 11 eliminations. And 8th place going to Next Element, going out with 0 eliminations. As Rain Esports missing out on that top 8, going out in 9th with 2 eliminations. Let's take a look now at the rest of the results here. As we do get closer to the bottom here now. As the first team eliminated, going to be Unholy Ones being the first team eliminated, going out with 0 eliminations. Now we take a look at Stars of the match. Star going all out, 6 eliminations. Best Companion to Deadly Player. And then Ace with the finisher. So now we are going to be right back. Once again, we'll have live results. So do stay tuned for that, and do stay tuned for the rest of the stream. But with that being said, we will be right back. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna be getting into game number 3, being halfway done for the night. As you've seen, game number 1 going to the likes of Zillionaires, and then game number 2 going to the likes of Sting, both picking up good amount of eliminations. Zillionaires picking up 15 for the first game, but Sting wasn't having it with them taking first game with just 15. They said, let us take this into our own hands, and, picked up 18. 3 more eliminations, making it 18. So let's see how those two teams look to do, and just overall, just see how the rest of the lobby's gonna look to do as well. So yeah, let's get into game number 3 here, as we're gonna be going into Sanok. There's one more game after this, so do stay tuned for that as well as we get into this third game. Alrighty, guys, let's head on over to Sting for winning that last game. And let's see how game number 3 goes here now as well. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's hop into the plane now. See how the plane path is going to treat these players. By the look of it, it's going to start from the north side there, just on the right side of Cal. Go straight down past Paradise, through Corey, Cave, passing by Camp Charlie, Bantai, and Docks as well. So let's see how the likes of these teams are going to look to jump, and where the fights are going to look to happen as well. So let's see how this game goes for these teams and players. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this game. Hope y'all enjoyed the fights and everything that are soon to happen here. As now we are already having a fight happen. So that is going to be illegal immigrants and the likes of, remember, MANIC and Made in Nepal also getting into a fight. Tequila with the pump in hand right now. Just down to her, Pico, and Moonshine. Moonshine holding the top side, looking like having the new outfit. Pico also gonna get knocked. As now it's just down to Tequila, Pump, and M4. So I'll see how this goes. Waiting this for someone to run through that door. Missing the first shot. Getting that one. Getting the second one. Gotta look for the third as well. Getting the 1-2 so far. Almost getting the third one. But that's going to be, remember, looking to get the revive onto their teammate as Golden Eagles and the likes of Houghton with Emperor and City's Originals. Star holding his angle for the meantime. Gonna look to cook up a nade to throw on to Emperor here. Throws it in. Not gonna get anything damaged. As Assault looking to face off against Phoenix. Assault gonna get knocked and Thurston Shifu gonna push out. Gonna push out once again, but getting knocked there. Trading off left and right. Emperor just down to just a duo now. As Golden Eagles gonna look to start crunching down onto Insidious Originals here. As Star gonna look to move in here. Gonna look for that thirst on the chopper as well. The rest of Golden Eagles are across. Fear gonna be on the backside here on a rock for now. Gonna look to maybe get closer here. He has a couple of nades. By the looks of it, he's gonna look to get onto the roof here. As Little Fox does get knocked there. QB and dies pushing in. QB low on HP there. As Kaz is looking for the revive onto Little Fox. Fear gonna wait it out. QB being careful there. QB gonna get knocked there. Now Star gonna have to look to push up here. Star getting tagged up by Insidious Original. Star needs to be careful on making this push up. 8 bullets in the gun. Insidious 7 gonna look to maybe push in. Fear getting tagged up. That's gonna be Zillionaires joining in on the fight. Kaz is gonna go look to get the thirst there, but Emperor gonna be eliminated. As now it is just down to Golden Eagles, the last player up. That's gonna be Fear. Maybe look to get the resets. Needs to go to Dies real quick, especially to try and res him. As QB and Stars slowly beating out. Dies gonna looking to be revived first. Zillionaires from afar taking those shots. Sting not too far away, but Sting in this compound. Zillionaires gonna pass by. Zillionaires not capitalizing off those knocks and anything. Looking to maybe push up to be a third party here. As the City's Originals, just a trio. Golden Eagles getting the full reset here, getting healed up as well. Fear gonna get knocked there, trying to cross. Now Insidious Originals not gonna be a little more cautious, maybe look to make a push out. As Fear is gonna be looking to be revived. Smoke's going out. Made in Nepal and XO Assassins getting into it here. Real gonna get thirsted there. Playboy Sway gonna get thirsted there as well. Made in Nepal just down to Mr. Zorro here. They picked off 2 of XO Assassins already. Insidious Originals and Golden Eagles. Continuing on. Dies picking up a knock as well. As Fear is still looking to be revived. Star gonna look to push out, get the revive on to Fear. As Dies gets the revive on to QB. Now they're gonna Insidious Originals gonna look for the revive. Phoenix though, not looking to go get the reset. Gonna look to move up. Gonna pick up a knock. Getting tagged up as well from Zillionaires. Zillionaires still being close by. Sting also being close by. Zillionaires want these eliminations. The Golden Eagles looking to face off against City's Original still. But we shall see. Baby Oil, GodSent being eliminated there by Unholy Stars, picking up 2 eliminations. X and S gonna get knocked there. Gonna be looking to maybe get revived here, hopefully, as the zone does knock. But he's gonna get thirsted by GodSent. But Seneca Peral in the backside, doing some work here towards Unholy Stars, picking up the thirst onto those players. As now Unholy Stars are now just down to a duo. Zeus in action. Now it is just down to Trey. Fearless Ford taking out the likes of Exo Assassin there. As Made in Nepal are still alive. Unholy One's going to be passing by there as well. As Vikings Esports not too far away. Zeus sitting behind the tree right now. Action gonna start taking some shots. Get the attention away from Zeus. As Zeus now going to start taking some shots, doing some work towards Seneca Peral. Now GodSent maybe looking to chime in there, trying to pick up a thirst or two. As Vikings Esports made in Nepal. Fearless 4 all over here. Chao and Automatic passing by the likes of Mr. Zorro there. Gonna continue looking to move in. Unholy Ones looking to make a push by the likes of all these teams over here. Remember, as well as Rain crashing into the rock. That's gonna be a casualty as Unholy Ones do get wiped out there, not being able to drive, crashing into the rocks. That is going to be Rain taking them out. As Sting now getting into a fight here. Now it's just down to Fragger. As Golden Eagles looking to take them out here. As Fragger looking to get the reset onto his teammate Ace. Star and Fear looking to be revived right now. As Dies and QB get the resets. But they still need to be careful of his cities. Originals as Zillionaires now looking to take the fight with them. Golden Eagles getting the resets. Looking for these eliminations right now. Infinity Reapers and Zillionaires get into a fight as well. But the likes of Rain Esports on the backside chiming in. Tiger gonna get knocked there. As now Star looking to make a push up here. UMP in hand. Ace in the closet there right now. Sting, after having an 18 kill game, by the looks of it, the winners of each game not having a good game afterwards. Stars need to be careful of his backside as he gets knocked there. As Golden Eagles are now just down to Fear. Fear healing up right now. Insidious Originals chiming in on this fight. Now Sting is capitalizing off these thirst. As well as Insidious Originals now making a push in here. So that is going to be them eliminated. Now just down to Fear. Fear going to pick up a knock onto Phoenix and Thirst. Now just down to a 1v2. 6 eliminations for the team. Fear gonna look to move into the longhouse building, not being able to. Now gonna look to start cooking up a nade here to throw towards Assaulter and Bad Player. Nades coming his way, or that's actually just gonna be a stun. As now he looks to cook up another nade here. As they're trying to push in here, that's gonna do some damage. Gonna switch to the UMP. Does have a molly. Dead Player being right there on the other side, needing to heal up. Does have a molly he could throw here, but he's gonna act like he's pulling the pin, as that's gonna be Golden Eagles eliminated. Insidious Originals capitalizing off of that there. As now we head over here towards Infinity Reapers and the likes of Seneca Peral here. Seneca Peral trying to eliminate the likes of Infinity Reapers. They have just Punk left here. Punk, can he clutch up here to maybe try and pick up his teammate? Punk running into the molly as well. Nades bouncing off. Shanks needs to be careful not to get tagged up. Punk looking to heal up here. He has DBS in his hand now. Gonna look to pull a pin as his Infinity Reapers looking to get the reset onto their teammate as the nade picks off likes of Shanks. Jack needs to be careful here. Infinity Reapers trying to make the push up here onto Punk. Punk making it hard. Punk turning his back onto them as Infinity Reapers going to pick up those eliminations onto them now. MANIC taking a lot of knocks here right now. Needing to get the revives onto Vortex and Rana. Rana needs to be careful here as Vikings Esports looking towards their way. 300 MS now, chat. Vikings Esports just a trio here, needing to be careful. MANIC, full squad, 1 elimination. Gonna look to watch their backside. As Ragebait up on this hill, looking towards the way of the compound of MANIC. So we shall wait and see how this goes. Vortex or Astro getting tagged up there by Geo. Let's see how this goes. Astro taking some shots. Trying to get a knock, but not being able to do so. Hoity needing to heal up now. Low on HP. No meds actually in the bag of Hoity. But the rest of MANIC getting the reset. Rana looking to heal up here. Does have some meds. Maybe she could throw to the likes of Hoity. As well as Rain. Not being too far here. Zone still closing in for the meantime. So let's see how this goes. As we wait for it to close in. Zone does close in. Tapmock's still in. The compound's also still in over here for Remember. And Vikings may look to capitalize on that compound there by as 3R gonna spot automatic. Gonna automatically get that knock there. As EXO may start looking towards their way. Ragebait looking towards their way of Remember now as well. Automatic might just be getting saved there by Chow. Jin is still on the hill. Hoity still 1 HP as well. So we shall see what they look to do, where they're going to be looking to go, and how they are going to do it. So let's see how this goes now, as these players need to start making their way into this zone as it is closing down. Ragebait making a rotation here. All four in the Murado. They have the likes of Rain right in front of them, but that is going to be Fred's just right up ahead. But Rain going to be in the compound. They're going to start hearing the players right up above. Fred's getting tagged up. Nades being pulled out here as they're looking to get rid of Fred's right now. Fred's getting tagged up here. EVS being pulled out. Geo going to get knocked there. Fred's going to get knocked there now. Rain going to have to start making a push up here. 33 getting revived now. Fred's looking to crawl back towards Ghosty. Ghosty looking to throw a nade. But that nade's going to be well off. Got to learn how to spread those nades out. Instead of waiting to hear those shots, to now start throwing the nades towards their direction, as the nades from Ragebait starting to come out as well, as they're looking to make a wraparound, trying to get a different angle here, as Fred's looking to heal up now. Ghosty up on top. Ghosty gonna start getting tagged up there. Ragebait trying to avoid the nades. Fred's gonna get re-knocked. Geo's gonna get re-knocked as well. BLW gonna get the knock onto Ghosty. Now just down to Rainy right now. Ninja's looking to push up here. Cooking up a nade right now. Because now they're aware of Rainy being on that side. Ninja gonna get knocked now. Ragebait just down to LBWJ. First Qzan. Qzan gets knocked there. Now just down to Rainy. Rainy making a push up. But that is gonna be the likes of Rain Esports being saved by Rainy there. As Ragebait not being able to get those resets off. As now the likes of Vikings Esports just a duo, Chow and Automatic. MANIC right behind them. That is just going to be Rana now. 2 eliminations, top 7 situations. Remember, a duo now as well, slowly making their way up. Assault here, the last one up for INSIDIOUS Originals as Zone is closing in. EXO Elites also going to be looking to make their way in now. Remember, taking the edge of Zone for right now. Everybody's going to be looking to take the hillside. Rana going to go out for all damage there. Vikings Esports still on that backside. EXO looking to move up this way. Are they aware of Rain still being on that right side of this hill? This could just cause a lot for Rain here, as Remember and EXO moving up here, as well as there's still a made in Nepal player on the right side. Zoro crawling in slowly here right now. Needs to lay low here for the meantime, as Rain is right next to him. He needs to get to this rock here. Crucial getting tagged up there. Zoro hoping to stay low for now. Ghost and the squad not looking his way. Looking too far up. Zoro just gonna lay low here. If he can get behind a rock, specifically the one with that Joker death crate, it can help him out with the cover. Zone's going to be coming in the next 8 seconds as well. Rain and EXO both need to move in, as well as Mr. Zoro. Tags is going to get knocked there by 3R. EXO now just down to Crucial and Nova. Nova going to look for the reset. 3R is going to get knocked. Crucial's going to look to cook up a nade to throw on to Rainy there. Throws it long. Rainy moving backwards right now. Ghost still behind the rock. Mr. Zoro healing up right now and gonna go out to the play zone. Crucial still watching that right side. Gonna spot Ghost moving out. Ghost getting tagged up there. Rain making their way in right now, as it is a 3v4. EXO versus Rain. Rainy gets knocked now. Tags needing to heal up as well. Crucial's going to look to start making his way in for his team. Rainy looking to call down. Fred's already in. Nova going to get knocked. Tags still holding that top side. Crucial needs to move in here. Gonna look to reverse right now. Crucial gonna jump out the car. Spotting Ghosty there. Ghosty low on HP as well as Crucial. Crucial's gonna instantly drop down and heal up Kuzan. Looking to get that revive. Tags is gonna get knocked just down to Crucial. Crucial's gonna look to take the one with Ghosty. Now Kuzan looking to make a push up there, as that is gonna be the likes of Rain taking game number 3 there. EXO Elites being just a trio, being the downfall of them, causing them a lot, as Rain take this game. Picking up 11 eliminations. EXO taking second with 3. Third going to Remember, picking up 8. Made in Nepal taking 4th with 4. Vikings Esports taking 5th with 6. Insidious Originals taking 6th with 7. MANIC taking 7th with 2. Ragebait going out in 8th with 0. And then Fearless 4 missing on that top 8, going out with 3 eliminations. Now we take a look at the rest of the results here now. As we look to get to the bottom here now. Illegal immigrants going to be the first ones eliminated, going out with 1 eliminations to their name. Now let's take a look at stars in the match. Fred's going all out with 4 eliminations. Piercer, best companion, and then Ghosty with the finisher. So this is going to be game number 3. We are going to be back the last and final game, so do stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, here is third game live results. Sting still being in first place, 30 points, 4 points up ahead of Rain. Zillionaires just behind by 5. Seneca Peral also just behind by 5. 6 points to the rest. From 5th to 6th, 8 to Infinity, and 10 behind Fearless 4. Those are your results before we get into the last and final game. So do stay tuned for that. And yeah, we are going to be right back. So do stay tuned for the last and final game. And hope you guys enjoy the rest of the stream. Alrighty, guys, we should be getting into the last game here now in just a sec. So if you guys do, and hope you guys have been enjoying the stream. Hope you guys have been having a good night, and I appreciate y'all stopping by the stream as well. This last game should be starting here soon. So yeah, let's see how it goes. And yeah, should be getting into this game here now anytime soon. First game did go to the likes of Zillionaires. Game 2 went to Sting. Sting still holding on to that first place. And then Rain taking that third game. So let's see who is looking to take this last and final game for the night. And see who is looking to take overall. So, yeah. Pretty close matchup so far for that first place. But let's see how these other teams are going to do, though. And what they are looking to change for these other teams. Alrighty, let's head over to the likes of Rain. Where are they? Alrighty, now let's take a look at the plane path. It is going to start on the east side, just right next to South George and Hospital, going past through Ross School, Ruins, Mansion, and Prison, ending in La Polka there. So let's see how this game goes and who is looking to take it. Let's see how this goes. As everybody has dropped. So, yeah. Let's see what everybody's looking to do. As Rain does have a team with them here. So that is going to be the likes of Zillionaires. Useless with the M4 in his hand. Gonna spot Ghost there. Gonna get the knock onto Ghost and instantly get the thirst there. There's still another player over there. That's gonna be Kuzan. Kuzan has just a knife. Fred's also over here. Gonna look to maybe seem like he has a nade, but he needs to be careful as there is a player behind him. Does Fred's have a gun? He has a bow. So, don't know if they're aware of Kuzan being on the backside, but I don't think the likes of this player has a gun either. So Useless is the only one with a proper gun. But I don't think they're aware that there's still Kuzan in this backside. Roll up a little bit away. Gonna possibly be the one to catch that there's a player also there. Don't really know where Divine is, as Divine is a little more away. Kuzan just chilling, Useless. Possibly gonna spot him here, unless they just run past him. Kuzan is just sitting here for the meantime. So Useless. I don't think he sees that player there. Useless. What the hell? Do y'all not hear those footsteps? No way they didn't hear those footsteps. Useless. I don't know what headphones you're using, but they're useless, bro. They're really useless. I don't even think he's seen them either running in the open. Alright, I'm not gonna spectate them no more, chat. We're gonna head over here towards Fearless 4 and Vikings Esports. Janice is looking to push up towards Luxury. Luxury's gonna get knocked there by the likes of Chow. Janice is getting tagged up though by the rest of Fearless 4 here. Fearless 4 looking to continue on. So let's see how this goes. As Kuzan and Fred continue to move on. As Moonshine does get knocked, illegal immigrants and the likes of Unholy Stars here looking to get into it with one another. In Mansion, Moonshine does get knocked. Mezcal. Vodka has already been eliminated. Now just down to Tequila and Mezcal right now. DBS and AK. But the likes of Seneca Peral not too far either. Moonshine gonna get thirsted. Mezcal with the M4 and a UMP. EXO and Ragebait looking to get into it here now. Made in Nepal also right there with them. As Crucial does get knocked. As the rest of EXO leads in the apartments away from him. So he does need to be a little careful not to get thirsted or falling out in the open. Ninja gonna be getting spotted there already by the likes of EXO. 33 does get thirsted. Ninja's gonna get knocked there as well by Made in Nepal. Ragebait gonna be losing players left and right as Made in Nepal having code with them. Picking up 2 knocks onto Ragebait. Picking up the thirst onto 33. Getting the thirst onto Ninja now. Nova getting knocked as well. Zillionaires over there by EXO. Assassins Divine looking to throw some needs here towards Misfit. As Made in Nepal. Taking out the likes of EXO Elites here. Possibly soon. As it is just down to tags now. Koji, Nova, Ari, Not. Seneca Peral and Unholy Stars getting into it as well. Molly looking to come out there. Tags is going to drop down. Looking to run possibly backwards here. Tags needs to be careful. Moving around for now. Tags really has nowhere to go. As Code is on that backside. Code tagging him up. Tags being surrounded as that's going to be Made in Nepal, taking them out. 5 eliminations. As now we're going to head over here towards the likes of Mansion between all these teams. Seneca Pearl, Unholy Stars, and Illegal Immigrants. Punk being thirsty there. Babyface going to get knocked by Tequila. Tequila trying to do some work now for Illegal Immigrants. As Mezcal and Tequila are the last ones up. Mezcal just laying low in the 2-stack. Unholy Stars spreading out. As now it's just down to a duo. Fury and Haze. Gonna be looking to maybe try to get out of there. Mezcal. Gonna let him run towards the backside. Just laying low for now. As Tequila wrapping around. Needs to be a little careful. Unholy Stars. So let's see how this looks to go. It's now next element in Golden Eagles and A. Getting into it here. Reverse being eliminated there now. Root Bear gonna get knocked there as well. QB's gonna be the one to get that knock. As now Golden Eagles also gonna look to start playing more aggressive. Too Rare and other teammates are gonna look to jump out with the pump in hand. Gonna look to start pushing up. Too Rare pre-firing there. Too Rare hopping outside as well. Star holding the pump in hand. Trying to wait and see if Too Rare pushes out. Nico gonna get knocked and bursted by Geo. As Slick Star pushes in. Gonna get the knock. But now let's head over here towards Rage Bait and Made in Nepal. Made in Nepal just down to Code and Zane. Here with the UMP as Mr. Zoro does get thirsted. It's gonna spot. It's gonna. What the actual fuck just happened there? That is gonna be Rage Bait eliminated as it's gonna be looking for the revive. Unholy Stars continuing their fight as that is gonna be Seneca Pearl eliminated as well as XNS is knocked right now. As now Tequila and Mezcal gonna be looking to get out of dodge. As Pachinki is popping off as well. Insidious Originals looking to take a fight with Emperor here. Emperor looking to make a push here. Sting taking out the likes of Made in Nepal. Sting want first today. Laying low until the end. Picking up a couple eliminations onto Made in Nepal. Emperor throwing some nades, trying to voice their nades as well. GodSent also here. That is going to be Vils. Last player up here for GodSent. Going to be looking to cook up a nade himself to throw in onto Emperor. As nades start coming his way as well. They're unaware that this is really just multiple teams. That player is going to get knocked there. Emperor getting these knocks as now Assaulter is the last player up for Insidious Originals as now MANIC not too far here. Insidious Originals, Assaulter gonna look to start making a push down here. Needs to be a little careful. Looking to make the push onto Emperor. Car gonna stop here instantly. Moving out in the open as that's gonna be Emperor taking them out. Vil gonna look to start making a run for it now here. As shots start coming his way as well there. As MANIC and Emperor now starting to get into it with one another. They get the knock. They're now going to start looking to make a crash here. If they crash onto Shifu, then, I mean, well, damn, that will be a more of a difficult angle to have to deal with, as now they make the push up. Rana gonna start getting tagged up by the nades. Kaz is looking for the revive. Action getting a knock onto Infinity Reapers there. Coop's getting knocked in return, but MANIC now taking these knocks in return. Astro, AK in hand, playing on the outside. Emperor picking up the knocks, and Thirst. Little Fox gonna look to move around. Gonna look to hold a different angle here to find onto MANIC. Vortex not still. Are they gonna look to start pushing up here onto these players? As Rana is on the loop here, gets a knock on there. Shifu going for another angle. Shifu getting tagged up. As Vortex does get revived. Rana gonna look to throw a stun out. Nades coming out their way. Rana gonna get knocked there by Shifu. As MANIC. Astro's gonna play on the backside. Shifu's gonna get knocked there by Vortex. Kaz is also gonna get knocked now. Rana might be looking to be revived now by the likes of Vortex. Just down to Assault and Little Fox. Nate's gonna start coming out from Astro. They're not aware that Assault got revived. That's Little Fox and Assault gonna look to maybe get the revives onto Kaz and Shifu. Nate's continuing to come out. MANIC, they need to start making something happen here. Are they gonna start looking for a push? As MANIC are gonna be looking for the resets here. Vortex gonna look to throw a molly onto the steps. He's aware that there is a player on the outside. Gonna pass by Assault. Gets a knock, and Thirst is here. On to the two fallen players. Molly's being thrown through the window still. Kaz does get revived. Little Fox gets knocked in return, though. MANIC, just a trio right now, trying to dismantle Emperors here. So now it's just down to Kaz, DBS in hand. Gonna knock Lana there. Gonna look for the Thirst immediately. Still having a DBS, tagging them up with it too. As now they're gonna look for the reset onto Little Fox. So let's see how this goes. Vortex holding the doorway, as well as Astro holding the doorway into a small room. Kaz low on HP, reloading the DBS as Astro's going to look to heal up. Vortex pushing in here. Little Fox on the backside, but Vortex is going to get knocked. Kaz and Little Fox last two up. That's going to be MANIC now eliminated, as now Kaz is going to look for the revive onto Little Fox there. Let's head on up here towards Sting. Looking to face off against Vikings Esports here. Wiping them out. As now the likes of Fearless 4 not too far away. Sting with 4 eliminations. Top 11 now. 24 alive. So that is quite a few solos or duos alive. Unholy one's just a duo here. Just 6 in Fusion. As now Golden Eagles looking to move out and about as Infinity Reapers passing by them. So let's see how this goes now for these players. As Infinity Reapers looking to make their way in, as well as Golden Eagles. Action still alive for the Unholy Stars. They have 5 eliminations. Now, let's see what they look to do here. As Sting are looking to pass by Raha in the buggy. Needs to be a little careful, as the rest of his teammates are going to be making their way in. Golden Eagles gonna be here as well, as Raha spots the buggy. Gonna be a little cautious moving into this building as he spots the buggy, but Action's not in that building there. He's in the building backwards, but they're gonna look to clear out this squad house as Golden Eagles fear not that far away, as Nexus gonna look to move up that hill, making sure nobody takes it here, watching the backside. as they're looking to clear everything out here. Action in the 2-stack. They're going to clear out the shed as well. Being very cautious now. Frogger going to look to fix the buggy there. Zone just favoring towards Pachinki's way. Teams taking on compounds on the outskirts. So we shall see how this goes. As the zone's going to look to close in the next 20 seconds here now. They're looking around, trying to make sure no one's behind them. As action is in this back building. Raha gonna spot action there now. As he's gonna look to start pushing in here, making sure, gonna get that elimination, spotting him through the cracks of the balcony, making sure everything is clear. Picking up their 5th elimination. Is gonna head over here towards Golden Eagles, taking on the outskirts of Pachinki for now. So let's see how this goes, what these teams are going to be looking to do. This zone's going to be looking to close in here anytime soon. Golden Eagles just holding a compound and on the outskirts of Pachinki. So we shall see what they look to do and how they look to do it. Unholy ones in school for the meantime as well. We have Emperor, Infinity Reapers, and then Exo Assassins over here in Pachinki. As Misfit and Fugazi, the last 2 up for Exo Assassins. Then Kaz and Lil Fox, last 2 up for Emperor. I think they're aware of Infinity Reapers. Jack and Knight, last 2 up. Looking towards Emperor for right now. Lil Fox gonna be holding Squad House, looking towards the likes of Church, but the zone starting to look to move off Pachinki for now. As Exo Assassins need to be careful of Kaz being over here. Possibly might look to pick up a kill or 2. So there's another team come by. That's gonna be Zillionaires on the hill on the backside. Kaz is just waiting for a card to pop right up in front of him. Just waiting it out. As Knight does get a knock and elimination onto Adidam. Kaz is going to look to boost up. Zillionaires passing by Pachinki. Looking for somewhere to hold. Head over here towards Lil Fox. Phase 4 looking to maybe take Church for now. Sting still up towards the north side. Unholy One's going to need to look to make their way into the zone as well. Phil still up for GodSent. 2 eliminations to them. Spotting the likes of Zillionaires passing by them here. Top 10 here. 25 alive. Quite a bit of solos and duos up. Especially duos. Fearless 4 being a duo. Emperors, Infinity Reapers, Exo, Unholy. You know, we have 2 squads up, I believe, and Illegal Immigrants being a duo, and then 1 solo. I think the only squads are Sting and Golden Eagles in A, so we shall see how this goes. Gonna head over here back to Lil Fox for Emperor. The shots are coming through. Zillionaires looking towards the likes of Exo Assassins. Zillionaires also being a squad, but running into Exo Assassins. Misfit needing to be careful. Tequila going to get knocked though by Sting, as well as Mezcal are going to be eliminated there. Zillionaires looking to maybe now regroup with their teammates, as Zone is going to be closing in here for completely. Knight taking out the likes of Kaz, now just down to Lil Fox. Vil taking the high ground. Zillionaires being cautious of that. being hey, there's a squad up there. Divine getting tagged up there. Vil gonna start taking some shots towards the car as well. So making sure it's not gonna be useful for them. As they are still in the zone. Unholy One's taking the compound. Vil needs to be careful. Not to do too much. Gonna take out a tire there. Spotting Divine once again. Trying to find a knock. But the likes of Zillionaires trying to find this elimination. I don't think they're aware that he's fully just a solo. But Exo Assassin's also going to be slowly making their way. Zillionaires going to take a couple knocks there. Misfit picking up 2 knocks onto Divine. And useless there. Now they're going to look to start making a push up here. But they need to be careful of Vil still. As Unholy Ones and Golden Eagles getting into it. Molly's coming out. Defiant's going to get knocked it and thirsted immediately by Misfit. But that's going to be Exo Assassins winning that one. As Infinity Reapers looking to make it in. And they're going to take them out there as well. Let's head on over here towards Unholy One's. Fusions get picked back up. QB still bleeding slowly here. Sting looking to try in onto this fight as well. Making a wrap around. Looking to take the fight here. Unholy One's aware. QB still just crawling for the meantime. So that is going to be QB getting eliminated there by Fusion. They're aware of Sting being here with them. So we shall see how this goes. Nades coming through. Fusion's going to get knocked there by Fragger. More nades coming through though. That is going to be Sting taking them out. 6 picking up a knock onto Nexus. As Raha's nade connects. Top 6 here. Sting with 9 eliminations. Now Golden Eagles looking towards the last bit of the Emperor. Now Fearless 4 having the zone, looking to take control of it, but need to be careful of Sting as well as Emperor and all these other solos. Vil picking up a knock onto Infinity Reapers, but gonna get eliminated there by Golden Eagles. Emperor taking up that top side, gonna maybe pick up this free elimination as Fearless 4 pass him by. Little Fox gonna look to throw some smokes out here. Still not in the zone. But Sting looking to move out for now. Looking for these eliminations. They're aware of these players being around. But Drizzy being up ahead. As Sandy Sir on the right side. Ace getting tagged up there. Throwing a nade. Getting close up. Nade's going towards Drizzy. From Fragger. Fragger throwing that nade and completely connected now. They're going to look to start playing aggressive here. Sandy Sir throwing the smokes out on him. As he's starting to throw some shots towards Sting. Golden Eagles taking out the likes of Jack there. As now they're just down to a duo. We're in our top 4 situation here. As Sting looking to take a second game of the night and end it off well. As Fearless 4 do get wiped out. Now in the top 3. Now we're just down to Sting, Emperor, and Golden Eagles in A. Sting looking to have a good game. 11 eliminations. Can they pick up the last 3 eliminations here? Next is throwing out the nades here. Low Fox going to get eliminated there by Raha. Now they're looking for these last 2 eliminations onto Golden Eagles. Golden Eagles down on the edge. Fear getting spotted there. But Nexus gonna get knocked there. But Fear getting knocked in return. But that's going to be Golden Eagles getting taken out by the likes of Sting. Sting taking their second win of the night, picking up 14 eliminations. That may as well put the nail in the coffin for them, for sure. Being in first, barely up ahead for a little bit, but that solidifying it for sure. Golden Eagles going out in second with 6 eliminations. Emperor going out in third with 8. Fearless 4 going out in fourth with 2. Infinity Reapers going out in 5th with 6. GodSent going out in 6th with 3. And the only ones going out in 7th with 1. Exo Assassins going out in 8th with 5. Zillionaires going out in 9th with 4 eliminations, missing out on that top 8. Now we take a look at the rest of the results here, and then stars of the match. So we do continue looking down. So we are going to get down to the bottom now. EXO Elite's going to be the first team eliminated. Sadly, they're going out with eliminations to their name. Now let's take a look at the rest of the match. As Zane going all out, 5 eliminations to his name. Best companion going to action, and Ace with the finisher. As we are going to be right back with the end results. So do stay tuned for that. And yeah, we are going to be right back. So do stay tuned for those. Alrighty, guys. Here are the last results of the night. Sting and then off strong, taking first place for tonight, picking up 2 wins, 54 points. Golden Eagles going out in second there with 36 points. Infinity Reapers going out in third with 31. Zillionaires going out in fourth with 29. Rain taking fifth with 26. Seneca Peral taking sixth with 26. Fearless 4 also taking seventh with 26. So we had a 3-way tie there. Then as well as Made in Nepal tying with Insidious Originals top 8 and 9. So those are your results for tonight. So I'm going to just leave them up for right now for a bit, so you guys can take a look to see where possibly your teams ended up and whatnot. So, yeah. Alrighty, guys, that is going to be it for me, and I'll see you guys next week for Friday. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next week, so do stay tuned for that stream, and yeah, y'all have a good night.